it follows the lives of 3 families and the connections that they have. I'm going to read from chapter 2, just because I can. She finds her car, a Lexus sedan she can only afford on a lease. 2 quick turns and she's headed north on Pacific Coast Highway.
Not everyone knows how the novel is structured. So the novel, there's a beautiful intro to the book that invites the reader to read wherever you want, right? It's formulaic in that you can read every 3rd chapter as a different story about a family, or you can, I was actually talking about it in class today, I was like, you guys don't ever believe what she did. Or you can just read it straight through and they work as standalone chapters, or you can just pick and choose where you want to read.
She still has the 3-bedroom ranch-style home in Huntington Beach, the first and only house she's ever owned. Randy loved its proximity to the ocean. At 46, his body is still lean and brown from surfing. The house is beige stucco in front, a modest yard with citrus trees in the back. Perfect for kids, Randy had said. Carly was born first, shortly after Terry's 24th birthday, and Tyler arrived 14 months later. How in the world did that happen, people would ask, with a gleam in their eye, an unspoken judgment. In the early years, she and Randy couldn't keep their hands off each other, but they learned to be more careful. 2 babies will teach you that.
Let's talk about the structure a little bit before we talk about how you sequence the scenes.
How does it work? It's like we're talking about that convergence. I was having all sorts of crazy thoughts. I don't know if anyone knows the painter Chuck Close. I think we had seen him in Chicago or something, and he does those paintings where from a distance it looks like a portrait, and it is a portrait, but then you get close, and there's a lot of things like this now, and it's pixels. It's little pixels. So my feeling was these are all the moments of someone's life, and when you're at the end of your life, probably all these moments come back, and if anyone's ever had an elderly person that's kind of in and out, they come up, it's like that. It's not always in order, and maybe, our lives are made up of these moments, so it doesn't matter what order you read them in. Harry turns into the short driveway, sees Tyler's white hatchback. He's home early from his job at the country club where he drives the armored car that sweeps golf balls from the pocked grass of the driving range. A part-time job for spending money while he finishes his first year at Cal State Long Beach. So yeah, I was having a lot of thoughts. My conception for it was that you could read it in any order, and then of course, the way that we're all on such fast news cycles now, and Twitter is some little sound bites, and I like when you go on Medium or you go on certain articles online, it says this is a 7-minute read, and you're like, okay, good, because I don't have 10. Maybe it's excessive. She has almost reached the kitchen when she notices Tyler on the couch. Mom. Something about his voice, something about the darkness raises the hair on her neck. What is it, she asks. He stands up, this 6-foot-tall boy, this 19-year-old with the same green eyes and the scar from a sharp tree branch over his left eyebrow. Still L-shaped, but its edges blurred now. Both of her children are like gigantic, warped versions of themselves. She sometimes feels disoriented in their presence. Tyler holds out a piece of paper and envelope. Terry takes it and quickly reads the letter inside. She looks at her son, who avoids her gaze, then reads the paper again. Paternity, she asks. Remember when I went to Fullerton with Simon? A rumbling in her ears, she shakes her head. Last year, he says, almost a year ago, I guess. You guess? Arms crossed over his chest. I met a girl at a party, Amber. Terry finds the name on the document under the state of California seal. Tears in his green eyes, a helplessness. And she feels the perfect day clamoring outside, the sunshine pressing against the stucco walls of the house, squeezing the life from her. Tyler runs his hands through his hair. I don't even know her, Mom.